This is the OMFL.
You can't touch this.
And you're in the mix with Kinda Real Name. Here's another OMFL production.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the OMFL Legends game. That's right, our first game of Madden 19. Seem to be having a little problem here, so let me just mess with this real quick. Here we go. Now we're back. Kind of gave us a little issue there, but we are back live. There's a few little complications tonight, but I think this is going to go down, so we're super excited. As always, let me bring in my boy Maniac. Maniac, how you doing today, buddy?
I am doing wonderful. Getting ready to watch this Legends game, man. These two guys have built up quite a repertoire in the league. You know, they faced off in the last two OMFL bowls, and Mo with the Seahawks came out on top on both those games. So now it's maybe a little bit of chance for the other Mo to get a little bit of
Super
revenge.
excited.
So,
As always, let me bring you my boy Maniac.
Absolutely. Sorry, I got to mute this real quick. There it goes. Come on, stop. Don't do that to me. Man, all kinds of little issues that are going on tonight. Yeah, this is the first time we've ever done this. These guys should get started here pretty soon. I think we told them we're both ready. I think they're just finishing up some stuff, and the stream is up, and we'll get to the game. They're actually going to play they're going to play all Madden. I think the franchise. I think I'm still a little too hot here. I'm trying to turn myself down. I apologize for being too hot. But they're trying to, I think they're going to play all Madden because the CFM does not have those two guys playing each other just yet. But this is a rematch from bowl number 79 where we've seen one of the best teams that we've ever seen here in the OMFL, the Seattle Seahawks and Mo. He really just like overtook the lead, won 4 Super Bowls in a row, and was pretty dominant in that victory over the Jets in Super Bowl 79.
yeah, definitely. I mean, Mo with the Seahawks, he dominated for 4 seasons, and he just lit the league on fire. With his offensive proness and defensive ability to shut down every top offense. And then you had the newcomer. Mo was always kind of hanging around the fringes, of the playoffs and stuff. But those last 2 seasons, he would kind of be mediocre through the season, kind of make his way, but then the playoffs would come along, and then all of a sudden he would just explode, be this offensive juggernaut, and would just shut other guys down. You'd be going like, what on earth is going on with this guy? He just had the ability to turn it on. And so it really made for an intriguing matchup between these two guys. But now we get to see them in Madden 19. It's a new game. It's a new way to play. And I'm not sure exactly if either of them have had a whole lot of time to really play in the game yet, but this should be pretty big.
Yeah, it should be absolutely big. I think these two guys are trying to figure out, like, are they responsible for commentary and stream? Like, look, we got it. It's under control. You guys just play your game, okay? It's taken care of. Get started. I think they're going to get started here in the next minute or two. I think Mo with the Jets, who is now with the Vikings, right? I think I got that right.
He is the Vikings.
I think he's sending the invite here in just a few seconds here. So, yeah, it should be a really good game. Again, 2 very dominant teams. It should be a defensive battle. At least that's what I'm looking for it to be. I don't think either one of the guys have a ton of playing time underneath their belt. But it should be a really good game. Not the CFM sliders, but I think we'll still get a good feel of what these two guys are going to look like as they roll into season 80.
Yeah, it's kind of disappointing it's not going to be with our sliders because I thought our sliders were really, really good for our CFM. But like you said, I think this is going to give a good feel on what we're going to be able to witness, maybe possibly from these two guys in season 80.
Yep, I couldn't agree more. I do dig our sliders that we have for our season 80 that's going to be kicking off. And even though this isn't going to be it, I think this is going to be pretty close. So it should be pretty good. I can't wait. And we're firing it up here. We are in Seattle, coming to you live. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I guess they flip-flopped on me. We're coming from Minnesota. But this should be really good. I'm super excited for it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to get well, I was going to say I wonder if we're going to get cold weather, but I think it's probably going to go by what's actually the real weather right now. So looks like it's beautiful and sunny there in Minnesota.
All right, sorry about that. I'm trying to answer a bunch of PMs. Here we go, getting the kickoff, getting it up to the 22. So I guess right away we're starting to see freaking Seattle doing what they do, right? They've got that really good defense, and I expect this to be a really tough defensive battle between these two teams.
Yeah.
What do you expect from the Seattle Seahawks? I mean, of course, in real life, this team is kind of starting to be pulled apart, but pretty dynamic offense. But, I mean, this defense has gotten old pretty quickly here.
Yeah, they've definitely got long in the tooth, and I'm still going to expect Mo to –
a big play right here.
Wow, big play there. Yeah, I'm still actually about a play behind you. So if
dang,
if
that sucks. Are you able to catch it on what am I thinking? The PlayStation maybe.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm watching
Yeah,
right
and it's
now.
still got you a play behind. That sucks. All right, so we'll try to keep this together. This is going to be difficult, but you know what? We pulled it off for OMFL Bowl 79, so I think we can do it here. But a big play to Diggs right there, Cousins. Cousins is going to be a new weapon for Minnesota there, and he definitely has some firepower to work with. Back to pass, Cousins breaks through a sack. He's going to break it off to the left. A big run here for Cousins. He puts his head down and gets another 7 yards. So Cousins with a 20-yard rush to the left side, man. That's not what you expected to see. Put a little juke move there on the cornerback. Got him some extra yards. And already Mo with the Vikings is getting more yards than he did almost the entire game against the Seahawks in Bowl 79.
Yeah, he's actually putting together a pretty decent drive right here. So
1st and 10 for the 43. Minnesota Vikings with the opening drive here. It's going to be a handoff to Dalvin Cook. Another big gain off to the left side. And again, I think Mo with the Seahawks, Mo without an E, is just going to have to take some time getting used to this new game, getting used to his new team. And this is just going to be different, right? This is going to be a different atmosphere for his team. And already, I think Mo with the E with the Vikings is already showing off.
Yeah, he's definitely look like he's got a feel for this team already. He's hitting the gaps, hitting the holes with the running plays, and he's keeping plays alive with his scrambling ability with Cousins. Cousins not really known as a scrambler, but he's got him getting those tough yards when needed.
There's Mo Deli with the pass. That's what we'll start calling him. Mo with the Vikings is Mo Deli. He gets the pass to Diggs over to the left for the first down, and Cousins is looking sharp just to start this game.
Yeah, he's been pinpoint so far, so see if he can keep it up.
Big play right there down the middle, but broken up by Seattle. That could have been dangerous, and it goes to show you right there, man defense making an appearance here early in Madden 19 in this Legends game. Definitely man defense is much better, much more improved here.
Man defense is the way to go this year, I'm telling you. If you got some good corners with man up, they can shut it down.
Dalvin Cook, not much running game there. He maybe got back to the line of scrimmage here. It's going to bring up a big third down, 3rd and 10. And Mo Deli with the Vikings is got a big decision here. I'm interested to see what Mo's going to do with the Seahawks. I mean, is he going to blitz? He's going to man up? He's going to play like a cover 9, cover 6, something like that. I know that he likes to mix in those coverages. He's coming out here. I think this looks like a cover 3. Cousins out of the shotgun on the 29. 4:23 left to go here in the first quarter. Opening drive for the Minnesota Vikings. Nice little pass there to the left, but he's going to come up just short. Cousins is going to hit, I forget this guy, Wright. I thought it was Treadwell for some reason. So 4th and 3, Vikings are going to settle for a field goal here.
Yeah, I think Treadwell is now in Buffalo, if I'm not mistaken.
Is he? That shows you how much I remember. Right? It's just it's too much to keep up with now with the test franchise and testing our rules and testing everything that we got going on here, man. It's just there's a whole lot to try to keep up with. But nice try. Hey, look, the Vikings come away with points. Oh, they missed the field goal. How did I miss that? I thought that was a chip. I wasn't even paying attention. I thought it was a chip shot. So the Vikings come away with no points on a very good opening drive, and you can tell I'm not a professional.
Pushed it wide right. Wow, what a downer there for the Vikings to put together such a strong drive to start off and then come away with no points.
Right there, you see Mo with the Seahawks coming out and his patented almost like 1.5 step drop, but he doesn't have those stud receivers, so he's got a lot to rebuild here. Look for him to be like a running team, trying to play defense and get that running game going. And, yeah, we see right here with the second play after a first drive, Penny gets no rushing yards. The Vikings come out in an all-out blitz, and this is going to be the story of the game, a little back and forth. You can't not come away with points with a missed field goal.
Yeah, anytime you leave points on the field versus Mo and the Seahawks, it's usually going to come back to bite you.
There's Doug Baldwin with a big first down. So Wilson comes out 2 for 2 for 23 yards. Already got the Seattle Seahawks up to the 48. 2:46 to go here in the opening quarter. Seattle's first drive of the game right here. They forced a field goal for the Vikings, and the Vikings shanked it. I don't know how. I'm still kind of questioning. I looked down to look at the YouTube chat, looked up. I assumed it was good and realized it was 0-0 Seahawks ball.
Yeah, it was just that quick of a play. And Wilson right now, he's looking
all the
solid.
time too, man. Another big pickup there. First down to Baldwin, 17 yards. Baldwin's going to be a playmaker there for Wilson, but he had a lot of time. Wilson just got to sit in that pocket, like you said, and just throw darts.
Yeah, if you give Wilson time, he will tear you apart. And Mo is already capable of doing it with any quarterback.
1st and 10 from the 31. Seahawks coming out in a weak formation. Looks like a strong formation that he's flipped. Going to pass it out to Penny, but I think it was broken. No, he caught it. So 4 for 4 starts Wilson for 41 yards. Just a 1-yard gain there, but still nice, easy completion.
Yeah, just building on a solid drive here, not pushing anything, trying to get his quarterback comfortable in the game.
The Vikings defense is going to have to step up here and make a play. Thanks for everybody tuning into the stream. We got Lee Crawler. We got our old buddy Alpha Hill with us. We got Madden Accord with us. So thank you guys for tuning into the stream. Oh, big run right here. Big, like 15-yard gain or so there for Carson. 17-yard gain. He gets it down to the 13-yard line. 1:13 left to go here in the first quarter. So there's your big run game that you've been waiting for Mo to have, and he breaks out here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's typical Mo fashion right there. He just kind of lulls you to sleep a little bit, and then all of a sudden hits you with a big gash.
Yeah, Mo's so dangerous. Again, it'll be like the Super Bowl. Can't turn the ball over. And even though it wasn't technically a big run there for Penny, he gets it up to the 6-yard line. So a nice 2 back-to-back runs there. And he was just a couple of missed tackles there from breaking it in. But like I was trying to finish that statement that just like the Super Bowl, even though the missed field goal isn't a turnover, it's technically it's almost a turnover, man.
Yeah, I truly believe that this Madden is built on some type of momentum system, and if you start getting in a hole, it's hard to dig out.
Big sack there for the Vikings, much needed. He breaks out the blitz. Something I think you're going to see a lot this Madden is teams are going to take those chances because of the man defense, and they're going to be blitzing a lot more. You're going to have to be on top of it, keep your protection, and get rid of that ball quickly.
Yeah, keep that protection and then start looking for, don't be afraid of that dump off pass because it can definitely save you in the long run.
And that's how our first quarter comes to an end, 0-0. But the Seahawks are driving their open drive of the game here. They're eating up a lot of clock. The Vikings had a nice drive. They missed a field goal, but now we've got a 3rd down here for the Seattle Seahawks on the 6-yard line. And they're knocking on the door. Minnesota needs to come up with a stop here. 3rd and 7. 7 minutes to go as the second quarter is just about to begin on the 10-yard line. I forgot they had that sack of Wilson there. So big play right here for both sides.
Yeah, definitely a big play here for Minnesota and for Seattle.
Thanks again for everybody turning into the stream. We really appreciate it. Thanks for your support. Everybody's super excited about Madden 19. Here we go. Wilson back to drop. It's a delayed handoff, and I think he's going to pick up the first down. He's going to get it down to the 3-yard line. So Penny with a nice big run there, get it down to the 3-yard line. Those draws are deadly. If you play zone on a 3rd down, you're going to give up a big run.
Yeah, and Penny's already making his presence known there in Seattle with Mo, and I've got a feeling we're going to see a lot of Penny this season in Season 80.
Carson back in the backfield. He's going to take this handoff to the left, but the Vikings defense, that defensive line is stout. They break through, tackling for a loss. So it's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line.
Yeah, big play there by the defense to get penetration into the backfield and disrupt that run play.
Penetration is always a good thing to get when you want to disrupt.
Yes, exactly.
All right, Seattle Seahawks 2nd and goal on the 4-yard line. They got Crosby in the back. This looks like it's going to be a toss to him. He makes a couple of moves, and Procise gets it into the end zone, touchdown. No celebration? Come on, Mo. The celebrations are there. You got to use them.
Use that team celebration. Come on, Mo. You know you wanted to.
Classic Mo drive. 4 passes, 4 for 4, 6 runs, over 40 yards rushing, gets the touchdown, 7-0, and you miss an opportunity there. If you're Mo Deli, you have an opportunity to take an early lead, make Mo of the Seahawks drive. You miss the field goal, you get no points. He drives it down. You get 7. It's a big momentum switch right there.
Yeah, great presence there by Mo. The play was meant to go outside, and he cut it back inside, filling the hole there. And, I mean, that's a great run there by Mo.
Nice big tackle there on the kickoff. Kickoffs are another thing I think will be very dynamic in Madden 19. Really going to see an opportunity for some big plays from a few teams, a lot more than we have, I think, the last 2 Maddens. Seahawks coming out here in a man defense, but they've changed it. I think they're running a cover 6 now. Back to pass. He's going deep. Ball's popped up and incomplete. Cousins was trying to go deep. He thought he had the post, but right there in the deep part of that zone, the Seattle Seahawks may be older, but they're still fast enough to get there, knock it away. 2nd and 10 on the 25 for the Vikings.
That's just what you don't want to see if you're the quarterback throwing that ball and then see it popped up. It's usually meaning something bad's about to happen.
Mo with the Seahawks making a lot of adjustments on defense. I'm just kind of questioning, is he questioning himself? Cooks right there to the left side. It's only going to get him to the 27-yard line, a pickup of 2 to bring up a 3rd and 8. I'm just wondering, is the Seahawks like changing his mind a lot? Is he questioning himself when he comes out? Just a lot of adjustments here early on for their defense.
One thing I have noticed with Mo is he likes to make a lot of shifts. So he'll shift guys and try to get them in the best positions possible.
Well, we're going to see man defense at its best here in a 4-wide 3rd down, big pass here, picked off right there by the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh.
Wagner steps in front of the pass, gets the interception. You can't do that. That's going to be 1st and 10 for the Seattle Seahawks on the 28-yard line. Can't turn the ball over against Mo.
Yeah, already seeing the Vikings kind of push a little bit. Again, what I talked about is Super Bowl 79 or OMFL Bowl 79. It plays into Mo's hands, and he will make you make the mistake, and that's what happened right here.
Yeah, this is already playing out just like that. There's a cutback by Penny. It's going to be stuffed in the background. Get back to the line of scrimmage. Another big change about Madden that I love. You can't just cut it back 2 and 3 and 4 gaps. You're going to pay the price, and if you do cut it back and get a big play, then you earned it. Most of the time, you're going to get hit for a loss.
Yeah, it's definitely something new with the new player movement and steps, and if you do it right, it can be big. If not, you're going to get stuffed in the backfield.
Vikings playing a 3-4. Seahawks in a strong formation coming out in 2nd and 10. Wilson back to pass. He gets a little pressure. He moves around the pocket, but he's going to be sacked by Gendon. I don't know who that is. I don't know all these players like I thought I would, but a big sack there for the Vikings is going to bring up a 3rd and 13.
Yeah, the Vikings are trying to make a stand here, and they've got to. If they go down 2 touchdowns, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, Pepper, it does look like more of the same from the Seattle Seahawks, but I will say they are playing on all Madden, no sliders in competitive mode, so it's going to be much, much different. The game's going to play much, much more different in the CFM. Seattle Seahawks with a big 3rd and 13. Looks like they're going to run the screen here. Let's see how successful this is. Wilson gets it away. It's got blocked well. He's going to pick up the 1st down here. A little juke move. It's going to get it down to the 16. 1st down, Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, one thing with Madden 19 is the screen is going to be a more risk reward, I believe, this Madden. And if you can hit it, it's going to be good. If you can't, it's going to be a big-time loss.
Big play, and now the Seahawks are going to go back to the run, keep pounding this ball. Here's Penny to the right. Going to be stuffed in the backfield. Vikings defense really steps up. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, the Vikings have got to make a stand here and hold them out of the end zone or possibly get a turnover.
Madden Court, it was Wagner who stepped up and got the interception for the Seahawks. Dakota, it's going to be Mo problems with your dad joke. Dakota's not a dad yet, but he's got the dad jokes underhand. Big play here, 2nd and 10 from the 16 for the Seattle Seahawks. Looks like it's going to be a run from Penny to the left, but hit in the backfield and drop for a loss. -5 yards there. The Minnesota Vikings now have shown they are not afraid to blitz, and when they send it, they send the house. So look for Mo and the Seahawks to have to adjust here.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to use that to his advantage here with that big front 7 that they have there in Minnesota. And if they can get through the line, they're going to stuff that run pretty easily.
No nub picks, Madden Accord. 3rd and 15 here on the 21-yard line for the Seattle Seahawks. Their 2nd drive of the game after an opening touchdown. Wilson back to pass. He's got some time. He's going to go to the right. Touchdown, Seattle Seahawks.
Wow.
Wilson to the right side. He gets behind the defense, hits the post. Touchdown, Mo, and this is going to be 14-0 pretty quickly here for the Seattle Seahawks. 2:19 left to go in the half.
Great poise there by Mo, with Wilson there in the pocket, sitting there, just kept waiting. He didn't feel the pressure, he just kind of stayed in the pocket and let the guys do their business, and it paid off for him. Touchdown, Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle is so efficient on offense, whether it's their run or their pass. When you get them in negative plays, then you have to be able to make something happen with that. And the Vikings have not done that. And it seems like if they're not blitzing, they're not able to get any pressure on Wilson. That's going to be a problem as this game moves on.
Yeah, it's definitely seems like that the Vikings are having problems getting in the backfield with no blitzes, and that could be very vital to them.
Oh, a big play here for Dalvin Cook. He's off to the left side. He's breaking it off with a couple of moves. He gets it up to the 40-yard line, so a big run of 24 yards. He seemed to catch that Seattle Seahawks team in man defense, and he got that blocking just right. Big run there for the Vikings. They need some points here.
Yeah, way to stick with the game plan. I mean, you can't abandon the game plan, and that's exactly what Mo and the Seattle Seahawks want you to do. He's got to keep pounding the ball, keep mixing it up if he wants to get back in this game.
2-minute warning. We're almost to halftime already. 14-0 Seattle. Minnesota Vikings with their 3rd drive on the 40-yard line. Threw a pick last time. Here we go. Cousins back to pass. He's got a man off to the left. Big play there over to Thielen. Thielen gets it down to the 42-yard line, so a pickup of 17 yards. He hits that skinny post. There's a play that was super popular in Madden 18. I don't think it'll be nearly as efficient in Madden 19, but still pretty deadly in the right defense.
Yeah, you're definitely going to have to pick your spots with that play, because I've already tried it out several times, and it's about a 50-50 chance, so definitely pick your spots when using it.
Cullins, listen to me, I can't even talk straight. Cousins hits Thielen on the little drag right there. Gets him a little 5 little yards, so 2nd and 5 now. It looks like the Vikings are a little worried about this rushing game. They seem to be passing the ball a lot. That's going to be dangerous whenever you face the Seahawks. Look for a draw right here.
Yeah, you got to stay with the run. If you just get one-dimensional, I can just see on the other side of the screen, Mo and the Seahawks' eyes are just lighting up because he knows the pass is coming. So you got to stay true to yourself and keep that run and keep him off base.
Cousins is going to hit right over to the left for a 1st down. So a big 1st down play. I really expected the draw there. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the 32. 52 seconds left to go in the first half, in the 2nd quarter here. Vikings are driving.
Yeah, he's putting together a pretty decent drive.
Oh, this screen looks like it's blocked well. Nice little play by Diggs. He's going to pick up the 1st down. 39 seconds. Vikings take a timeout. A gain of 14 yards. Cousins hits Diggs. He was real patient. He let that screen develop. Hits Diggs. Diggs makes it happen after he gets the ball in his hand.
Yeah, he definitely shows some patience and poise there. And you got to have it with Mo, because if you rush it, or really try to force something in there, again, it's going to cause you some pain in the end. So
here's Dalvin Cooks off to the left. A big run, well blocked. Ooh, a nice little spin move. He's going to get him down to the 2-yard line. It looked like it was actually down to the 1, but the referees are going to mark it down to the 2. Big run there from Cooks, and if the Vikings are going to be successful, they need to get Cooks rolling here.
Yeah, think maybe EA needs to give the refs a eye exam or something, because that should have been down to 1 or half-yard line there.
Vikings coming out here in shotgun. A little lame, I have to admit. That's not what we like to see here in the OMFL. Shotgun draw from the 2-yard line for a touchdown. Seattle Seahawks give up the touchdown on a nice little drive before halftime. Vikings get on the board. This looks like it's going to be 7-14 here. Seattle Seahawks with the lead.
Yeah, that was a big play for him, obviously, because, I mean, if you come away with no points here, and Mo and the Seahawks get the ball and start the second half, it's definitely not a recipe for a win.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to call Mo Deli out here. This is an all Madden competitive, not really a meaningful game, just something special that we wanted to do to kick off Madden 19. I don't like the shotgun call. I think that shotgun runs are abused, and look, an NFL team is not going to run shotgun from the 2-yard line. I just don't like it. I want to see him be a little more creative than that. But, hey, he gets on the board, and against Mo, that's what you got to do. Mo back to pass, 1st and 10 from the 25. Mo's got a running lane. He's going to take off with Wilson. Oh, a nice little juke move and a block. He's going to break it down to the right side. He's going to take this one back. He gets it all the way. Oh, he fumbles it out of bounds. It's still going to be Seattle Seahawks ball, though. A big play down to the 29-yard line, and Wilson shows he still has the wheels.
Wilson shows he's still got the ability to make plays happen with his legs, and he just did right there. I think Mo is excited about what Wilson can bring for him from Madden 19.
Man, Wilson was able to get out of the pocket, and I know that you're doing a lot of testing with quarterback runs, but I think if you call them at the right time, you're going to catch a defense with their pants down, and it's going to be a big play. Penny off to the left side, not a big gain there. The clock is definitely against the Seattle Seahawks here. A gain of 1 yard. He uses another timeout. He's got 1 left, 12 seconds to go, 28-yard line. I really expected them to pass there with so little time left, but I think he was trying to catch the Vikings maybe in a zone and pick up a big first down.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in time, with the amount of time that was on the clock, with him being in position to get 3 points possibly, that's a big-time deal for him right now. So.
Seahawks with another run to the left. That is interesting. It looks like he's just going to settle for the field goal. I really thought after those big plays, you try to push it. Like you're playing with company money by then, right? And so why not go for the touchdown? But looks like Mo's just going to settle for the 3 points here.
Yeah, I think he's thinking, get the 3 points here and then start off the second half with the ball and drive down and get another touchdown. So
Seattle Seahawks kick the field goal. It's going to bring us to 1 second left in half. 17-7 Seattle Seahawks lead. Seattle will get the ball at halftime. Got to give it to the Vikings. They showed some guts. They made something happen there. Nice little drive for a touchdown, but Seattle answered right back for a field goal. And how big does that missed field goal now loom in this game? This should be a 7-point game, but instead you have a 10-point game, and you're giving the ball right back.
Yeah, it's a big point swing there for Modeli and stuff. I mean, that if he was able to get that field goal, we're talking about a different situation. Mo doesn't start off with a great field position like he does probably as well.
Oh, a big kick return right here. I told you this was going to be a factor. He gets it to the 33, but man, that was 1 block away from going all the way for Lockett. I think Lockett's going to be a major impact player for Mo, especially since he doesn't have those 2 receivers.
Yeah, I think Lockett's going to be his go-to guy in that wide receiver core that he has, and Baldwin's going to be his guy. It's just going to be kind of his possession receiver, so look for Lockett to put up lots of yards, I believe, in season 80.
And here we go, Seattle Seahawks, 1st and 10 from their own 33. It looks Penny in the backfield, Brown to the right, Baldwin to the left. Wilson's getting his team set up here. Wilson back to pass, 1st and 10 here. Lots of time. Looks like he's got Baldwin for the first down over to the left side. Baldwin has been really well for him, and Wilson is 7 for 7 for 87 yards, a touchdown, and a long 40-yard run.
That's pretty impressive, especially with the type of defense that Minnesota has. They can really shut down the opposing offense. So this is a really good showing here by
Wilson's play action. He's going to roll to the right. Looks like he's going to run this one, but he is surrounded and swarmed for the sack. Barr chases him down. Looks like a little cover 2 blitz there. Seattle knew it was coming. They just didn't have anywhere to go for the ball. Wilson takes a sack, but it's only a 1-yard sack, so not a terrible play.
Yeah, way to not make it something that's a really big loss there by Wilson.
Yes, C-Murder, I have to agree with you. Well-timed jukes are going to be deadly, and yeah, shotgun run inside the 5 is a little lame to me. I want to see a little better than that. 2nd and 11 here for the Seattle Seahawks. Looks like a handoff to Penny off to the left. Very patient running there. He waited for those blocks to open up. Only a 3-yard gain, but that could have been a 2-yard loss. Good job by him by being very patient.
Yeah, this is a good showing by Mo and the Seahawks. I mean, he's only had the game, I think, a couple of days, and he's already showing that this game is kind of fitting his style. So it's going to be interesting to see him.
13 rushes, only 7 passes, and Mo with the Seahawks is definitely showing no rust on him from Madden 18. Here's Wilson back to pass. He's got a man over to the left. Big play here. Is that Dickerson? Yeah, Dickerson with a big play off to the left. Looks like a little post out. Yep, little post out towards the sideline. Even in a double-man defense, you left your linebacker or your safety. I think it's going to be the linebacker one-on-one with the tight end. Dickerson is fast. He was able to get to the corner, and Wilson with a perfect pass right there for a big first down, 27 yards.
Yeah, very good play there by Wilson. Showed patience. He was waiting for it. He saw the defense and what they were in, and he got his man.
Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in to the game, man. It's so great to see all these people in chat and talking about our first game, that OMFL Legends game, as we prepare for Season 80. Seattle Seahawks with a run to the left. Penny is going to be hitting the backfield. Loss of 2, and the Vikings are showing that all-out blitz again today. He's ran that play a lot. I'd like to see him mix those blitzes up a little bit more.
Yeah, that's one thing that I had to kind of say, that he does get kind of a little bit of a rut with certain defenses, and he kind of keeps bringing them. So
a little draw there for the Seattle Seahawks. It's going to get no gain, though. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 12 from the 29. The Seattle Seahawks with the opening kickoff of the second half. They scored right before half to make it 17-7, and the Vikings are trying to come with a big stop right here on 3rd and 12. I'm wondering if they're going to bring the pressure, or they're going to play zone. I'm expecting them to play a little zone here.
Yeah, I'm expecting zone, and unfortunately, I think that's going to play right into Mo's hands.
Oh, a big sack for the Vikings. Rhodes gets back there. He brought the blitz. We were completely wrong. Wilson gives up this sack. It's going to be 4th and 19 with a long field goal from the 36. Let's see if the Seattle Seahawks can hit it.
Yeah, I brought the heat there and was able to get in the backfield and get Wilson corralled. So good play there by Modelli.
Yeah, field goal is good for the Seattle Seahawks. It's going to be a 20-7 lead for them. 3:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. The Vikings are going to get the ball for the first time. Now, they're not playing normal OMFL rules, or should I say like settings here. So these games are much shorter than what a normal OMFL game will be. You can see the Vikings are just getting the ball back, and the quarter's almost over, and they haven't even touched it yet. So 1st and 10 from the 15. Another point I just want to bring up is that the Vikings special teams has failed them. The missed field goal, the kickoff returns have not been good. Not a good showing from their special teams unit.
Yeah, it's kind of disappointing for them, and it has to be for Modelli as well.
Oh, a big pick there for the Seattle Seahawks. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but a big interception there from McDougal. Man, the Seattle Seahawks get the ball right back. You can't turn the ball over.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was going to say. It's going to play into Mo's hands, because this was going to be a pivotal drive for Modelli. And it definitely, he kind of pushed the panic button and started pushing the ball down the field, and it hurt him.
It's like he threw that without really looking. 1st and 10 from the 41. Seattle Seahawks have the ball for the 2nd time after a turnover. Let's see what they can do with it. It's going to be a handoff off to the left for Procise. Not a big gain there. Maybe a yard. Maybe gets to the line of scrimmage. But nothing there really. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the 40.
And this is where Mo and the Seahawks are deadly. They just take over games. We've seen the first drive of the second half there, how much time he took off. It's going to be very difficult for Modelli to get back in this game.
Penny with a big run there to the left. It looks like he cut it back into the middle of the field. I think if he would have went outside, he would have got a few more yards, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1, and I agree with you. Mo and the Seahawks, this is where he puts his foot on your throat and crushes your throat and ends your nightmare.
Yeah, he doesn't mess around with you. He doesn't play with his food. He just goes for the tug.
That's a good line. That's the line of the night right there. But a big play in the backfield for the Vikings. They're giving themselves a chance here, settling for a field goal here for the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, definitely. This could definitely get ugly here pretty quick. So let's see if Modelli can step up and try to make a game out of this. He cannot force this thing though. He's got to be a little bit patient. I know time's getting away and stuff, but he's got to kind of establish himself a little bit before he really starts pushing the envelope.
Yep, the field goal is good. It's 23-7. The Seattle Seahawks with the lead, and a very good smart play there, calling for the fair catch, not giving up all those yards like you have been. You've been starting in a hole. Now you got good field position. Let's go make something happen for the Vikings. Cousins hand off to Cooks off to the left side. He's found a lot of success there to the left side. A big run there of 6 yards, and all of his success has really come from that left side. He hasn't really even tried the right side. In the middle really has been no success. So 2nd and 4 from the 31 for the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, he's got something that's working for him on that left side, and let's see if he keeps going to that side or if he maybe kind of switches up a little bit and try to catch Mo off guard.
Cousins back to pass. He's going to try to hit a big play to the left, but it's picked off again. Thomas this time, Earl Thomas, even though he doesn't want to be there in the game, he is there. And another big interception of Cousins. Cousins' 3rd interception of the day. Seattle Seahawks ball, 1st and 10 on the 41. You can't do it.
Yeah, he forced it again. Again, it kind of looks like, he drops back with Cousins and he just thinks he knows where he's going to be, and he goes and just lets it fly.
Yeah, that ball looks like it floated on him a little bit.
Yeah, it did. It looked like it kind of got hung up there in the rafters a little bit, and Thomas made him pay.
Big play there. I love that interaction that we just seen. Wilson with the play action. He hits Dickerson on the post out. Dickerson makes the catch on his way to the sideline. Gets stripped, but luckily for them, it goes out of bounds. 1st and 10 for the Seahawks on the 19. Look for them to start eating some clock now and put this game away with a touchdown.
Yeah, good pass play there.
Procise with a nice cutback there. Gets him a nice little lane. 2nd and 5 with a first down run of 5 yards, brings up 2nd and 5 on the 15. Really nice play there for the Seattle Seahawks, and the Vikings are going to need a big play, some type of turnover here. Even a field goal pretty much puts this game out of reach.
It looks like this game has been like a 7-on-7. Like the defense has not been there for the Vikings. I mean, for the passing defense, and they have not stopped any passes. It seems like downfield.
Carson over to the left, only a gain of 2. It's going to bring up a big 3rd down. 3rd and 4 from the 13. The clock is running, 23 seconds and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Seattle Seahawks ball, and they're trying to put this game away. Look for Wilson here to try to make a play in the air. Look for Baldwin over to the left side. Wilson back to pass. He's got his running back out of the background. Fumble, and that's what the Minnesota Vikings needed. They recover the fumble right there. Waynes with the fumble recovery, a hit stick fumble. Big play for the Vikings, and they needed that.
They needed that in a big way, and when did it come through there for the Vikings defense?
I can't get as loud as I kind of want to be because everybody's asleep, but big play there for the Vikings. 1st and 10 from their own 17-yard line. This will probably be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Nice little play to Thielen there. It's going to get them down to the 25, and that is how the 3rd quarter comes to an end. And here we go. Last quarter, the Vikings are going to need a touchdown. They're going to need to score pretty quickly here as you're down, what, is it 16?
Let's see, what's the score, 23-7? Yeah. You're going to have to get a couple of touchdowns here pretty quick. And
Cousins, 3 interceptions on the day. Not a lot of rushing yards for them. Big play there to Thielen. Thielen stepping up and getting the plays done for the Minnesota Vikings. He's 9 of 14, but the 3 picks is really going to hurt him. 17 yards on that play, down to the 43-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, he's been good when he's been real precise with his throws, but when it seemed like he's thrown up the prayer, that's been the problem for him.
Oh, a nice play right there to the tight end. He got him on the drag route. A nice pickup for Rudolph. An interesting play there, an all-out blitz, engage 8 for the Seattle Seahawks. That's something you see people run very often.
Yeah, and that's something you don't see Mo run very often. seen him run it maybe like 2 or 3 times in Madden 18. I mean,
yeah, I don't even think I have that in my playbook. 2nd and 10 from the 49-yard line. 6 minutes ago in the fourth quarter, Minnesota Vikings with the ball down 23-7 and driving. Cousins back to pass, a lot of time, but kind of got some pressure. He's going deep, incomplete. A nice try there for Diggs, but number 26, who I don't know, steps up to the plate, knocks the ball away. Is this a young Legion of Doom? I don't know what we would call them, but a nice little knockaway to bring up a 3rd and 2.
Legion of Doom knockoff, maybe. I don't know, but I think it's the other Griffin brother, number 26.
Oh, okay. Oh, a nice play there to Thielen. Big first down. He was able to get behind the zone there. Not zone, a man defense. So it looks like he got that little skinny post. Again, I don't want to call Mo out. He knows we love him. But, man, I'm seeing a lot of the same plays over and over. Leaning on those skinny posts, leaning on that all-out blitz. I'd like to see him mix it up a little bit more here. Here's Diggs straight up the middle for a short gain.
Yeah, and that plays into Mo's there the Seahawks' hands and stuff. If you play the same plays over and over, he's going to put something on the field that's going to stop it.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to adjust pretty quickly. Madden Cord, thanks so much for tuning in, man. We really appreciate you. 2nd down and 8. Back to pass his Cousins. He's got his man, though. Thielen with another big grab there. He's going to pick up the first down. 12 of 18 is Cousins for 133, but 3 interceptions. But a nice pass there for 8 yards and a first down to Thielen.
Thielen's quietly having a pretty solid game this game.
Oh, really good game for him. Really stepping up. Diggs is that deep threat, but Thielen's that guy that you can really rely on to make the big grabs. 1st and 10 from the 17. Looks like a little counter run there up the middle. He breaks a couple of tackles. Nice gain there for Cooks. It's going to get him up 5 yards there, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 5 from the 12.
Yeah, great play there. Way to keep the head on the swivel there and get up the field and get the first down.
So it's going to bring up 2nd and 5 here from the 12-yard line. 4 minutes to go, and the clock is not the Vikings' friend. Back to pass is Cousins. A blitz coming from the Seattle Seahawks, but they pick it up. Rudolph with the grab, gets it in the end zone. Nice play there for the Vikings. I like that play. He hits Rudolph on the crossing route, gets behind that nickel cover 2 blitz. Big play there for the Vikings. And now he's going to need to pick up the 2-point conversion because that's the only chance he has here. Down 23-13 with 3:52 to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, great presence there in the pocket, waiting for that route to come open.
Cousins are going to have to get it out quick here. Ooh, Murray to the left side. He almost breaks it in there, but he gets tackled at the 6-inch line. No good. So 23-13, Seattle Seahawks leading. Vikings are kicking it back over to them with 3:52 to go, and they're going to need another turnover here, or this is not going to be good for them.
Yeah, they definitely got to step up on defense and get this next stop. If not, it's good night.
Yeah, and look at Mo. He's going to come out passing the ball here. He's got a big formation with 3 tight ends, but he's going to pass the ball, trying to catch the Vikings from sleeping. He's got a man over to the right side. Big play. There it is. Dickerson behind the defense. He might go all the way, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, the 4. Touchdown, Seattle Seahawks, and that is your ball game. Catches the Vikings in a blitz.
Wow, Dickerson is a man on a mission. He has caught everything. He has gotten free in the defensive backfield all night long, and he just made them pay dearly.
And that's going to do it for the Minnesota Vikings. Thank you for playing today, but now you're just playing for pride. Man, the Seattle Seahawks look dangerous. I know that this game is going to be a calling card, so to speak, that the rest of the league takes notice on because, man, Mo is going to be real.
Yeah, and unfortunately I happened to, for whatever reason, thought I'd move to the NFC West and play this guy twice in a season, so it's going to be interesting.
I think you guys are going to have some classic games, but Mo really is going to be on top of his game. Here's Cousins back to pass. Lots of time. He's going deep to Diggs. He's got him behind the defense. Diggs with a big play there. The Vikings are going to go no huddle, 1st and 10 of the 38 after a big play to Diggs.
Yeah, there's no quitting him right now and he's showing a little bit of resilience and stuff. And I'm really surprised that Diggs got behind the secondary there.
Another big pass there to right, to the left side. And yeah, Mo Deli always shows that he has no quit. Even in that big Super Bowl 79, he never quit that game. He kept pushing it, and that ended up backfiring a little bit, but you got to show that he does have heart, and you got to enjoy that. 1st and 10 from the 26. Here's Cousins back to pass. He's got time. He's going to hit right again, almost the exact same play. So doesn't get a first down, but 6 yards, 2nd and 4.
Yeah, he's keeping it moving though. He's keeping it positive yards, and that's all you can do at this point.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not running no huddle, being down this much and needing to score here. But here's Cousins out of the shotgun. Cooks to his left. He's back to pass. He's going to try to float it again. Man, that hasn't worked all night long. He keeps trying to push the ball in there. Wright gets it knocked away. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4, but almost another turnover for the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah. Those floaters are coming back to bite him.
Cousins back to pass. He's got time. He's stepping up in the pocket. He's going to run with this one just to pick up the first down. Oh, he's not even going to slide down. Big hit. It's going to take him down to the 11-yard line. He picks up the first down, but, man, he definitely paid the price. Cousins isn't somebody that you normally think to be fleet of foot, but he picks up the first down right there.
Yeah, I mean, he stuck his nose in there and got the first down, and I don't know if you're a little bit more cautious with that in your OMFL league game or compared to this, because he goes down, your season may be over with.
The Seattle Seahawks will bring in the blitz. Oh, and it's picked off again. Thomas with his 2nd interception of the game. He's taken this one back to the 22-yard line. The 21 is where it's going to get marked down. The Seahawks bought the blitz. Cousins didn't read it. Thomas was right there in the middle and gets his 2nd interception of the game. And now I think we can stick a fork in it.
Yeah, the fork is in there and it's done. And Mo has said, you know what, Thomas, they don't want you in real life, but guess what? I'm going to pay the man because he deserves it, and he needs to stay in Seattle with Mo.
It'll be interesting to see if Mo does pay him. It'd be an interesting thing. But so kind of expect him to run the clock out here. 1:41 left to go. A 30-13 lead for the Seattle Seahawks with their 4th interception of the day. They got the ball back, and they're looking to run this clock out. While we've got time, go ahead and tell people about what you're doing. You've added in some new content additions that I am probably the biggest fan about. It's a callback, a flashback to old Madden games and what they used to do. Tell people about what you're doing and where they can go see it.
Well, right now I have a podcast up right on Anchor. It's a actual app that you can look at. But if you go search in that app, the OMFL franchise show, and it's Tony Bono. And if you guys that are Madden fans from back in the day, Madden 05, the Tony Bruno show was a big deal, and it was something that I loved whenever I was playing Madden at that point in time in my life. And so I thought, well, then let's try to recreate it a little bit and stuff. And I had a little fun with it. It had Bane as a guest caller on there, and I know the Bane voice probably sounded like probably more like Mickey Mouse than it did Bane, but it was fun to do, and I'm glad to see you guys listen to it. I think we got up to about 30 listens already, and probably within the next day or so, it's probably going to be on Spotify and a bunch of different other outlets where you can actually download it and listen to it as well. But this is going to be a regular in the OMFL, and if as long as I can keep the content coming fresh and exciting and entertaining on it and stuff, I'm going to keep doing it.
Nice play by Cooks to pick up the first down as the Vikings are just trying to get some more points on the board. A couple of things. I think you and I got a little confused. I said to post it on the main blog, but I meant on the website, and I know that you posted in the main chat. So maybe if you get time, post it on the main blog webpage because I want people to easily be able to find it. And then just like an update, I know people were having a hard time. I watched it on my computer. It worked flawlessly. I know a few people watched it on their phone, and they kept having to press play after every segment. That's because there's actually 2 different play buttons, one for segments. He's launching it down here the last play of the game, and then one for the entire thing. So you just got to make sure you're pressing the right button. But it's an outstanding content. I think it's going to go in correlation with a newspaper that's maybe in the works, but more on that later. And there we have it. That's the end of the game. Your Legends game, your first ever Legends game, the first game with live commentary is complete. The Seattle Seahawks come away with a 30-13 victory. Big win for Mo.
Yeah, big win for Mo. And I think this is a statement game for Mo to the rest of the league, saying, hey, guys, I'm here with my 4-peat, and I'm ready to 5-peat in a Super Bowl. So look out, because Mo and the Seahawks are on the loose.
Yeah, he's so efficient. He's so deadly. You really have to play flawlessly. And Mo Deli is not a guy that doesn't push the limits, and those limits seem to come back and haunt him whenever he plays Mo of the Seattle Seahawks. So there you have it. That game is complete. Some big news coming out for our community in the next couple of days. Hint, hint, we will be adding another Madden League to our community, an outside league that's coming over to join us. So we'll announce that in the next couple of days. The OMFL 2 is almost full. The OMFL Coach Mode is going to start soon. The OMFL is going to start soon. The NBC is full. They have a waiting list. The other games are coming out. Red Dead Redemption is going to be out soon. Golf Club 3 is going to be out soon. This is the perfect time to come join the Grown Folks online community. If you play other games, shooters, WWE, FIFA, Fortnite, H1Z1, Call of Duty, if you play Madden, man, we've got tons of options, and one of the greatest group of guys that I'm lucky enough to be a part of, and one of those guys is sitting right here with me. Thank you so much, Maniac, for being part of the commentary. Give us your last closing thoughts as we wrap up our OMFL Legends game.
Well, it was a very exciting game, and I just noticed that Mo flashed across there. Wilson went 11 for 11. That's very impressive, especially against that Vikings defense. And I don't know. I mean, Mo showed the ability to just take over the game like he did in Madden 18. So I think he's made a statement, and he's coming out, and he's going to defend his titles, and everybody's going to have to play him real hard to take his seat. So. But thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it, and thanks everyone to listen in.
Yep, this was your idea, and I appreciate you pushing me. We're going to try to do a couple of these a year, or I should say a season. It's not always the easiest thing for us to kind of work our schedules around, but we will try to get at least 5 or 6 or 7 of them done a season. Should be a whole lot of fun. You can guarantee we'll always try to do the OMFL Bowl. But Maniac, thanks for being with me. Thanks for the new content. Super, super excited. If you're new and you're checking us out, thank you guys for tuning in to our channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help us build those subs up. And I should announce this too. We got a MUT code to give away. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to save that MUT code in my pocket, and on our next live stream that we do here in the next, hopefully, 2 weeks after the season starts, we're going to start after the week 3 of the preseason. Me and Maniac will do a live stream, and we'll give away a MUT code that night. So you guys can, those of you who play MUT will have a nice little code that you can use. I just got it yesterday, so I think that'll be a fun way to give it away. So make sure you subscribe to our channel. Thanks for tuning in. For Maniac, for all the leadership here in the OMFL and the Grown Folks online community, we bid you a good night.
Later, guys.
Thanks, sir.